Hello, everybody. Very good evening. Happy Diwali to everybody. Hi, guys. I hope everybody can see me and hear me well. Welcome to the another webinar of a Coding Invaders. I can see a lot of people have already joined, and I'm really very excited about this. And I'm really very glad that you guys have taken out your time in this particular evening to figure out your career and to get to know that how you can learn everything from scratch and earn up to 30 lakhs in IT profession. So we're going to discuss a lot more thing, but before I start, guys, I wanted to understand that if you guys can see me or hear me well, just give me a thumbs up or yes in the comment section, chat section. I'll get my things done. I'll get an answer that yes, I can move ahead. All right, just give me a thumbs up, guys, that if you can see me and hear me well, so that we can start smoothly, because in this webinar we are going to discuss a lot more things. Yes, so I can see that audience are saying yes, they can see me and hear me well. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining this particular webinar. We are glad that you are here, and I'll make sure on the behalf of Coding Invaders that I utilize your time in the best possible way by giving you the maximum value. All right, guys, I'm really very humbled and I'm very very excited that too many people are joining in. So yes, we have a very nice speaker, a very experienced speaker, very energetic speaker who have almost just all the professions. So we're going to interact with him, and we're going to ask a lot of questions, and we'll get the reality check that how we can make the high paying career even if you are not from a IT background or a coding background. All right, guys. So Abdul is saying how to start as a data analytics. Don't worry, Abdul. Everything will be covered over here. Okay. So we're going to start now without wasting any time. Thank you guys for joining once again. Moving ahead in this particular webinar, the main agenda of this particular webinar is we'll be telling you how you can make your successful career in IT profession, that to from a scratch to 30 lakhs. At least you can earn this much. How is it possible? What are the ways? What are the major steps? Everything is going to be involved over here. All right, guys, moving ahead. So before I move on, I just wanted to interact with you guys that from which city you guys are and how old you guys are, so that I can get an idea that what sort of people have joined in a webinar, so that accordingly I will be driving the whole webinar thing. So can I get to know that from which the state you guys are in, cities guys are in, and what exactly your age is, so that I'll get an idea and I'll make the webinar in that way itself. So Tanuj Gupta is from Delhi and he's 27-year-olds. People are from 39-year-old, 31-year-old. Seems that the too many working professionals have joined in. I'll just check the poll. So I can see that uh, Delhi, Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, Haryana, Bangalore, 32, 30, 40, 45, 22, 35, and 21. That's great. That's great. I'm really very happy that all from all over the India people have joined in. Let's do it. Let's do it. So almost all majority of the people are the working professional, but still the younger one will be also getting the maximum value out of it. So we will be covering all the single pointers which going to help everybody, whether you're a fresher or experienced, or you are m- like very much experienced, which is more than expected. All right, guys. So let me introduce about myself. Who am I? So I am Amir Akhtar, and I'm a career consultant. I have helped personally more than 200 people to find a job in IT, and I have total 5 years of experience in tech. So I have interacted with a lot of people. I have helped all the non-tech professional people who have a dream to earn, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Being very realistic, people wanted to live the life of the software developers, or having a banking sector, having a mechanical background sector, having an operation background, but still they want to dream software developer or data analyst, data anything, any profession. So I have interacted and consulted with them. I've gone through multiple challenges, what sort of a people feel, they see, what sort of challenges they have. So we're going to discuss all the things, how I made it possible for them, and they were not so unique or different compared to you all. They are similar background like you all, and how you can do it too. I'll be adding all the pointers along with the guest speaker as well. So we're going to make this session one of the best session for you guys. So stay in touch. I would request you all to stay till the end because there's too many things is involved in this particular webinar, and you will be able to see everything. All right. Moving ahead, so we are conducting this particular master class in a support of the course, which is IT professional from scratch to employment, from coding invaders. The easiest way to enter into IT from scratch. This program gives you 6 direction and multiple things. So probably I will say that this is the only program which is having that potential to solve all the problem in just one way. And you will, like, everybody who wants or who do a lot of research, they always chase for something, that they want something, at least one, or something which is one and best and can solve all the problem. This is the one that I'm going to introduce you. All right, so I'll be giving you a more brief idea about the coding invaders first of all, so that you can understand that what exactly this is, what we do basically. So coding invaders is a tech platform, and our mission is to transform all the non-IT professional people who have an aspiration to get into in-demand and high-paying IT profession with minimum package at least of 5 lakhs, but the maximum has gone to more than 36 lakhs. There's the best part. And I'll just tell you, like, we are the leading data and computer science online university in Eastern Europe. We have already, transformed more than 22,000 learners. 93% employment rate is there after our courses, and we have the learners which are from 40 plus countries. So the best part is not only the learners, not only the career transformation, we also help 100 plus company train their employee with us. That's another interesting part, because all the updated things which is going on, it is getting trained with us, so that they can get a salary hike and improvement in their own employment. So we exactly know that what is exactly required to get into IT, what exactly is required to get a salary hike, what exactly is required to grow in your career. So on an average, if I'll talk about, people get 30 to 400% salary hike after the successful completing about this course. All right, so let me understand you guys a bit more. So guys, let's interact. So I'm going to tell you the whole gist about this particular webinar, that what exactly you're going to learn or take out from this particular webinar. So you will be getting to understand, first of all, that why it is important, or why it is an agenda to discuss that why we need to enter into IT and why it is important, irrespective of what background you are, or how much happy you are, or how much unhappy you are. Why this is the topic and why we need to enter into IT. You will be getting the legit reason. Second, the future of IT market in India, and you will get to understand in other countries as well. And you will be also understanding that what are the 6 most in demand professions in IT. In IT, we have data analyst, we have mobile development, we have full stack development, we have QA, automation, and software testing, multiple things, right? Because what I have observed while interacting with the non-IT background people is, like, they are actually fascinated that, okay, he's earning this much, he's doing this thing, but it is not very much sure that the one that your friend is doing in earning 36 lakh doesn't mean that you will be also right fit for this profession. Maybe you will be the right fit for other professions of IT. So you'll be getting to understand everything, that what are the 6 most in demand profession, which one is the right fit for you. If you are confused, how you will figure out, and how we will help you out. Moving ahead, Anil Kumar is saying, class kab chalu hogi, sir? So it's going to start soon. I'll just take 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then we will start with the speaker. Don't worry, guys. I'm just giving you a gist about it. So listen to it very carefully. It's going to be helpful for sure. And also you will get to ask question to your speaker. आपको स्पीकर से सवाल पूछने का भी मौका मिलेगा. You can ask as much question as you want, irrespective of discussing with your friends or anybody. If you will directly ask, you will get the clarity. And all the people who will be staying till the end, जो भी end तक रुका रहेगा, they will be getting the certificate of participation as well. And all the people who will be, like, eager to join the course, or like they will be understanding everything about the course, they can, they will be getting a special offer and this particular job guarantee badge of Diwali session. So yes, we are going to do that as well. All right, So we are running this particular contest in this particular webinar, and what exactly is going to happen to all the people whom I can see they are commenting. So in this particular Diwali session, guys, you're going to win one premium course of Coding Invaders, which is a start in IT course from scratch to employment for free if you will be staying and listening patiently till the end of this particular webinar. This course is going to be for free for you. I will be choosing one lucky winner in front of you, right? So all you need to do is you have to just check the link that is given into the chat section, go click it, drop your email and number, all right, and apply and come back. Why I'm saying this? Because I will share the screen and I'll choose the random person in front of you, and you will be getting enrolled into the job guaranteed batch, and you will be the one who will be mastering the six most in demand profession which is suiting you the best, and you will be also getting a guaranteed placement as well, and that we are providing it in a legit way. So you will get this opportunity to do it in a free. All right, so let's register, and I'll just give you 5-10 seconds. I'll wait for a few seconds. If you are done, just comment that yes, you are done, you are ready to watch this particular webinar. And once you are done with that, we will move ahead. All right, just give me that thumbs up that if you're done. So just a second. All right, so I can see a lot of people have already done, so I'll move ahead with the guest speaker. All right, moving ahead. So we have our guest speaker, Mr. Navneet Singh. You can see that he has already worked into the Amazon, and he is also working into US FinTech Bright Money, and he's alumni of a lovely professional university. Thank you so much, Navneet, for joining us. And if you can just switch your camera, you can just reload again. We will be able to see you, and then we would love to introduce you with an audience, so that audience can see you very clearly.
Uh,
Navneet, I can see you. I can hear your voice. Can you just try once more again? It's
okay.
totally fine. It's totally fine. I do understand. So, guys, if you can see
Let
our
me know
guest
what you
speaker,
seem.
yes, 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 I can see now. Yeah, you're looking very bright. That's nice. That's nice. So, Navneet, I won't be taking much of time. I know that you'll be the right fit to tell about yourself, and the audience is very much excited. As you can see, that people have too many people have joined in. I would just pass on the mic to you, and let's interact with the audience. And
Right. Thanks, Amir. Thanks, Amir, for having me here. And yeah, I mean, my name is Navneet Singh, and I have been working as a senior software engineer at Bright Money, which is one of the fintech startup based out of US, and we deal into the US consumers itself. And prior to that, I have worked into a few of the other companies, and one of them is Amazon, obviously, which has been mentioned over here. And apart from that, there have been two other companies that I have worked with. And yes, I have been into different roles, and I've also worked into different tech stacks. So
Mhm.
that's pretty much about me in terms of the basic introduction.
Understood. Understood. That's really nice. That's really nice. And exactly, if I wanted to understand from you, Navneet, since like whenever it comes to an Amazon, whenever it comes to a big companies or whether it's a small company, somewhere we feel that if I talk about my time, and the third year time when somebody was getting into Amazon, I was thinking that he must be from IIT or he must be from very strong background. So I just wanted to understand from you, uh, from how, which background you came in, and how big your college was, and how exactly you were on the scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to technical knowledge when you were in first year, second year, or something.
All right. So, I mean, as you have already mentioned into the slide as well, I did my bachelor's in computer science, and
Mhm.
that was from LPU. And over there, yeah, I mean, as you know, if I talk about the college perspective, It is more of I got an exposure about different things into what are the possible competitive things going on across the a nation
Mm-hmm.
or maybe globe.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, yes, in terms of the knowledge, answering to the
Mm-hmm.
second question which you asked, so I mean that is something obviously any person who is joining as a fresher, because prior to that everyone prepares for competitive exams, and in that they don't ask about computer science, they ask about physics, chemistry, maths, right? So that's pretty much similar pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I was also one of them, and yeah, I mean once I joined, that's where it got started. Okay, I need to learn these technologies, and that's where I got started with learning the technical skill sets which were required into multiple companies.
Oh my God. So it means that the main learning that you got after getting into that organization, only the basic thing that you prepared yourself, you got into it and you're doing it. Fine. So as I can see, looking at your whole switching part and everything, and it looks, not it seems, it looks that you are making a successful career out of your whole strategies. So as you can see that we are continuously commenting in the chat section that I'm a fresher or I'm from a mechanical or I'm from somewhere and I wanted to become this, how to get into this. Can you just give us uh, few pointers that what exactly the main rule of success that you are using continuously? I know it's a top secret for you, but it's still like I know that you love to interact with the people. So what sort of that secret you gonna tell these people so that they can grow the way you are growing?
Right. All right. So, I mean, you have already mentioned few of the points over here, but apart from that, I'll try to, come up with some of the other points which I would like to mention over here, which is one is you need to be, always keen to learn. And by that, I mean, is if it comes to new technology, if it comes to building up new projects, you need
Mm-hmm.
to always be eager to, work on those things and try to always improve your own expertise and your current knowledge. I mean, the moment you start working on your uh, uh, in the upgrade part of your knowledge or the
Mm-hmm.
upskilling part, that's
Mm-hmm.
where your growth starts, and that is the first point. And apart from that, having good projects under your belt will help you out in terms of being identified by different companies and being valued when you get into a company. So it's not always about which college you were passed out. It
Mm-hmm.
somewhere or the other, what matters is your knowledge. And if you have a good understanding and knowledge, people will respect you irrespective of what is your experience. People with, let's say, 10 years of experience will respect you, and people who just joined the company still will respect you because of your own knowledge, because that's something that actually gains the respect of your peers. So knowledge, and obviously, I mean, apart from things which you have mentioned, I mean, in terms of identifying the things, and I mean, for example, the people, most of the people have joined over here which are about to begin, getting
Mm-hmm.
into the IT. So somewhere down the line, they will come up with the points which you have mentioned, let's say, as the second, third, or fourth point. But first will be common. First point
Mm-hmm.
is common for everyone, and apart from that, for them right now, the second point which I will say is
Mm-hmm.
that they should always try to plan the
Mm-hmm.
things that they want to learn, and try to start ticking the boxes one by
Mm-hmm.
one, not trying to do
Okay.
everything at a time. Try to plan it, and that's where your planning thing will come into picture, and same thing will help you in the long run when you get into the company as well.
It's as simple as like preparing a to-do list and achieving one by one. When you said that, never stop learning is a common one, but people know that this is a common, but people ignore this thing, right? That's the
Right.
reason they stop growing. That's I understood. That's really nice. Nicely you said. So one thing I wanted to understand from you, Navneet. See, everything you did because you get into IT, but somewhere you must have also realized that IT sector is a right fit. That's why you came into this particular whole graduation part. I mean, why rather than going for some government examination, why you left those job security part where you will be more getting more reputation in your family, why everything like I feel that we are from the Indian background and we give priority to the government examination, but why you gave importance, you turned your whole uh, you know career in the IT segment? How, why you feel so? Is it, can you give me an idea that why it is turning out to be a hot topic and why it is growing and what is the future of IT?
Right. So just a funny part over here before I begin with anything else. My
Mhm.
mom was, recently talking about trying to, why don't you try to prepare or try to give the exams for the government? So I was like, okay, that is something not my cup of tea. But I had to,
Mhm.
convince her. I mean, now people are convinced. My family is at least convinced with, things like preparing for the government exam or something. But yeah, earlier they also
Mhm.
used to, talk about it. So yeah, I mean, now coming back to why I chose IT. So one is I was really fascinated, and I wanted to do it from my own inner voice, you can say, that used to say that, okay, maybe you are not meant for be going into
Mhm.
the government exams. Obviously, if you prepare, you can do anything. But
Mhm.
all in all, it was more of I was inclined towards IT. One thing, the major reason was obviously people have high paying jobs, and if you are into the government, obviously people get the money in different ways. But in IT, it's more of you get into IT, and you if you are a really good and you know a person who has the understanding and knowledge, you can start earning good amount of money in your first year of experience. So that is something which IT provides you. And obviously, I mean, in terms of decision making, people, when we are young, when we join college, only one thing that attracts us is money, right? And
Totally.
this is the fact. This is the
Mhm.
fact. Now, I mean, once you start growing, then you realize, okay, there are a lot of things which you can do with the technology, right? That is
Mhm.
something else. But obviously, the primary part is everyone works for money, right? So obviously, I mean, that is something which I would say was
Mhm.
one of the important factor, that you can earn good amount of money if you are really talented. And other thing was, I mean, in terms of the technology space, you can actually solve a lot of problems, because I have my own mindset towards the entrepreneurship. So it's more of entrepreneurial mindset, and
Mhm.
that actually is more of towards with the help of technology you can actually achieve a lot of things. So that is something that was that fascinated me and attracted me towards getting into IT.
So, with due respect, yes, government jobs are nice, but yes, if you have a hunger to make a hell lot of money, then yes, you should come to the IT profession. That's what I learned from Navneet. Right, Navneet?
Right.
Yes. So if you guys wanted to make a lot of money and you wanted to grill yourself and grow as fast as you can in the very less year, then definitely IT is the right profession. And I am sure that Navneet, your parents are now much happy with the way you are. You must be providing them the convenience, right? Understood. So just one question I wanted to ask you from you, Navneet, that I saw your LinkedIn profile, okay, and I saw that you have worked into the biggest company as well, and you have also worked into the smallest company as well. Can you just tell me if there, like if there is a company of 100 people, how many will be the person which is who are related to IT profession? Like how many developers are there? How many people are from the IT professions? Can you just give us the ratio?
All right. So depending on the company and the nature of operations these company is doing, but in general, I'll try to cover. I mean, from my own understanding and experience, it will be somewhere around 60% out of 100 will be engineering people, and engineering is the IT. You can say. I mean, obviously, other domains are there, but more of in the engineering side,
Mhm.
there will be somewhere around 60% of the audience or the employees.
So, just to clarify a bit, engineering side means the technical department, the developer department,
Right. No.
which doesn't.
It is more of you can say engineering all in all comes with a lot of subdomains, which you
Okay,
can say apart from sales, marketing, that's a different section. But engineering is more of covering all the subdomains inside it.
okay. So, guys, just want to say one thing. If he's saying engineering department, doesn't mean only engineers. No,
Right.
this is a department. All right,
Yes.
guys. So 60%. So it means that every company, first of all, decide to hire. They give priority to the developers. They give priority to the IT professions. That's how they grow in the market. That's why, guys, I just wanted to tell you that why these IT professions and what are the the job opportunities are there. So you will be easily, as I just saw an article in the Forbes, I clearly saw that there's at least 40%, 46%, the salary hike people are getting. And also the best part is, in just coming 10 years, it will be a boom. And the best part is, I'm sure that Navneet must be realizing that when he was giving interviews, he was getting more grilled at the time of selection. I feel so. Nowadays, the recruiters are not very much, into the filtration part that, we want this thing or this thing or this thing. They are just observing few things and they are hiring because they are in much in demand and they are much in urgency. Correct me if I'm not wrong, Navneet.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously there.
All right, that's perfect. So, irrespective of how which background you are, like I just wanted to know, Navneet, is anybody in your company or entire your journey the weirdest employee you have seen whose background is totally different, and you felt that like anybody can get a high paying job in IT? Do you have any such person who is from the weirdest background?
Right. So there is one of the colleague that I have in my current company who was from the mechanical,
Okay.
and he is now into software testing. I mean, he is now he has been recently promoted as well, so he's now the senior QA person in the team. So yeah, that's one of the first thing you can say, that he was working. He was actually working. He just not studied, but he also worked as a mechanical
Mhm.
engineer in one of the company. So that's like, he worked and then came back to IT. It's not like he was in the college and doing mechanical engineering and then directly came into the IT. No, it was not like that. So he was like, he did whole transition from mechanical to this.
I mean, like if he got transition, it means people are accepting. That's why he got a job into IT. Otherwise, he could have like never went to it. So it means it gives a clear idea that people are expecting, and it is people are not going to the background at all. If you have a little bit skill set, that's fine. So okay, we talked so much good things about IT. Just wanted to know from you that okay, because when you were the student, you were having a dream of working to Amazon, too many fascinating things and everything. Now you have already worked more than 5 years. Can you just tell us, firstly, about the cons of working into IT? Cons. Then we will come to the positive part.
All right. Sometimes, you can get a lot of work where your work life might get distorted, but that's that happens very, very rare, because now companies have started working on the, work life balance of employees as well. Earlier, it used to be more of like you need to finish the work anyhow. That is something which I, had faced earlier, but it's not like every time it was like that, but sometimes. And
I
apart
mean,
from that,
in I like sorry to interrupt you. It like in the 30 days of month, only 7 days or 8 days you will be having that you will be having a tiring week. Did you mean
yeah,
to
I
say?
mean, now, yeah, exactly. And that's how it was earlier, but now it's like companies have started working on it. So very rarely it happens like work-life balance of an employee gets distorted. But sometimes when, let's say, there is a need, then you need to work. I mean, that's like obvious thing, right? Which we need to do. Sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
happens. It might be, twice or thrice. I mean, 1 or 2 weeks, entire year in the entire year. So now it's
Understood.
like well sorted. But yeah, that is one thing. Apart from that, obviously you need to continuously learn, right? I mean, man, whenever you get a project, or let's say you start working on any new task,
Mm-hmm.
that comes up with their own challenges. So you need to always be, you know you need to have that kind of a hunger to learn and
Mm-hmm.
explore and then implement. So your knowledge is something which you need to keep upgrading. And then apart from that, obviously, some people get comfortable into a specific technology or a specific space, so
Mm-hmm.
their growth will again be at the same level. But if the person is ready to come out of their comfort zone, then their growth will become exponential. So that is something IT provides, that can
Mm-hmm.
become a cons, that can become a pros as well for you. I mean, depends on your decision. So yeah, I mean, that's something I would say the cons. I mean, and rest, pretty much everything is sorted in terms of the cons side. But in terms of the pros, there are a lot of pros. As I mentioned, I mean, if you are eager, or you know want to learn things, then your
Mm-hmm.
salary might get, from 1 year of experience, if you are earning 7-8 lakhs, and then if you are preparing well, and if you are ready to come out of your comfort zone, you
Mm-hmm.
might get 100, 200, or 300% hike in the next job.
My God,
So
100,
that is,
200, 300. You are saying like
yeah,
3x, 2x.
there is no, yeah, exactly. There is no limit. It is just that you need to, have that kind of a knowledge. That is
Wow.
something which you need to have. And then if you have that, people are
Mhm.
ready to pay. They have a lot of money. So companies have money. They just want to get the right sort of candidate, and they're ready to pay. So that is something which you have the option in this, irrespective of what other professions. That is the
Understand.
highest. Obviously, that is the first pros you have in the IT industry. And apart from that, since I have been working from home, so obviously the schedule, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter when you are working. Only thing that matters is your project needs to be delivered. Your work needs to
Understood.
be done. Whenever you're doing, that's absolutely your choice. You're doing it at night, so that's absolutely your choice. You need people don't really do that kind of a micromanagement every time. Some companies
Mm-hmm.
do, but in general now people are having the open mindset, giving
Mm-hmm.
the freedom to the employees and the engineers to do whatever they want, but just make sure that things are completed on time, and that's where you get the respect.
Wow. Got it. Got it. So we got a pretty good clarity about the pros and cons. That's this.
Yeah, I mean, apart from that, you have
Yes, yes. Your voice is breaking, Navneet. Can you please say again?
as the pros, I'd be repeating.
I guess there's a network lag.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Well, let me check the connectivity. One second.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can take your time. It's okay, I guess now.
Yeah. So as I was saying, right? I mean, rest other pros you have already mentioned in the
Mm-hmm.
slides itself. So I'll not repeat those, but a few of those which I mentioned obviously are something that is pretty important for everyone as an audience. And me being a person,
Mm-hmm.
apart from being a speaker in this, being a person also, I feel that those are the top pros for me.
Understood. Understood. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for giving such an honest answer about it. And for sure, guys, the best thing I just noticed that uh, Navneet said that the 100%, 200%, 300% salary hike, and there's no limit. Why he said out of his so much confidence that there's no limit? Because Navneet is knowing the actual worth and the future of the IT market. As I can show you guys the statistics, exact statistics, why he is so much confidently relying on this industry is, as you can see that in this particular statistics, guys, it is approx 100 billion US worth is there, like the size of software industry by 2025, and 10% Indian IT will contribute to GDP by 2025. I mean, like, this is something what I'm trying to say is a non-negotiable field. So if we are ignoring, somewhere we are losing the best, or somewhere we are just ignoring the best opportunity in which is just sitting in front of our table, and we are not just taking action. And I'm just trying to convey one message to you all that this is the reality, and this is the things which I'm just showcasing, that you will be the one who can also achieve the same life or a better life, I wish, that you're actually dreaming of. And you can actually transform to get into IT, because the demand is so much, believe me or not, but this is the only future, and people are upskilling. And I have seen that after pandemic, people have become quite uncertain about their primary source of income. Now they are upskilling themselves like anything and coming into IT, because now they have understood as per their consequences. So this is the reality check. Your life is sorted, everything is fine. Please take an action, because this is the reality statistics I'm providing you, and I'm sure that you must be observing in nearby with your friends as well. Now, the important thing I'll just tell you, that why you should start your journey in this IT profession with coding innovators, how we can help you. I'm going to tell you into the very brief and a clear way what exactly we are doing. So, what exactly we have made it for you guys, that we have made all in one solution. Let's suppose all the people who are joined here, some people must be interested into data analyst, some people are interested in mobile development, some people are in a software tester, some people are a full stack developer, some people are into different. So how we have solved all the problem? First of all, you guys are from non-IT background. So how we have solved this problem? So what we will do in our program, we will give you firstly 6 week. In that 6 week, you will try all six profession every week, and we will give you one career, consultant, who will be observing you that where you are actually performing well in which profession, Once he will understand that yes, you are doing perfect in this particular profession, he will get to understand that okay, I guess data is the right fit for you. And then after 6 weeks you will pursue the 8 months of course of data. If suppose career consultant and you felt that I like full stack development, you will be getting into the full stack course. So the best part is, rather than getting confused or looking at the friends that this is the right profession, this is the right profession, or which one is the right profession, it's better have all the profession in front of you, try out everything, the one which you like, go ahead with this perfect. That's what we have solved this particular problem. So there is a no risk of wasting money, and you will be learning at the end, and the career guidance is involved. So it is one of the most safest strategy if you are the one who is dreaming about it. So what I say that it's better to try the things out and go ahead. It's just a matter of 6 weeks. Figure out by trying and studying, and then get a help from career consultant and go into the proper program. So Navneet, I can see you very well, and can see that you are struggling to fix it, but still. So thank you so much for fixing it. So one thing I wanted to understand, and guys, I want to tell you that Navneet is going to explain you this why all the professions are equally important, why all professions are equally high paying. It's not like the software developer is high paying, data scientist is only high paying. Every profession is high paying, right? So now Navneet is going to tell you that how exactly this IT company works or a product works and why it requires all sort of a people. Over to you, Navneet.
Right. So yes, in terms of how the entire product cycle works for any of the company in IT is more of you come up with the business idea, and then you tell, okay, this is something I want to implement, and then you say that okay, now I've decided that these are the features I want to build, and then you will come up with okay, now I want to decide okay, this is how I want these features to be delivered or look into an app or into a website, something like that. And then comes the entire development of that whole project. And
Mhm.
then after the development, again you need to verify things which we have developed, and then you make it available to the entire end users, which is like the customers for us. And then you again implement it into the product, and then you deliver it to the business, and then you make it whatever idea you thought, whether it is actually working or not. So this is something which I will say how the entire IT product works. There comes different professions, their roles and responsibilities to maintain and make it happen. So entire journey of this whole life cycle of a product contains a lot of different professions. There could be mobile developers, front end developers, back analyst, which actually analyzes the learning whether it was working or not. Then there comes the managers, or the project managers or the product managers. Product
Mhm.
managers are someone who can actually decide okay, these are the features I want to build, and these are the things how I want it to be reflected for different people. And then similarly comes the QA engineers, who verifies the things developed by the developers. And after that it is more of you can get into the maintenance of that, and then give the learnings, and then deliver it to the business, that okay, these are the things we learned from this particular business or the idea, and then these are the learnings which you have, and then you reiterate on that. So that's how the different professions come into picture, and then they help the particular company, IT product or a company, grow in that particular sector. So I hope I have tried to answer it in a very brief and descriptive manner.
Yeah, Navneet, we got the idea. So what I have understood, I can see in the whole chart, like to start anything, we need to understand the whole business needs and then analyzing it and designing it, coding it, texting it, and making it live and maintaining and the whole analyzing the data. So I feel that every single profession, first of all, is linked with every professions with each other, and all the single professions are equally important and equally high paying. It's not that only one profession is high paying, every profession is growing, right?
Right, right.
Perfect. Perfect. So what is the, like I have seen that you have also you are basically mainly specialized in full stack development and everything I have seen. So if I talk about that, what if I will remove a QA engineer out of your whole IT profession? What will happen? Will you be able to survive?
All right, great question. All right, so in terms of the survival, obviously, you people can survive, but there will be challenges which we need to solve. So then the role of QA engineer, we need to will come into the developers. So they need to verify. Once they have developed, they need to actually take out time and then verify things, test it out, and see whether it is actually giving the expected result or not, which the QA engineers does. So now what will happen is there is the impact on the business. Now
Mhm.
business can't come up with the new features until the previous feature is released. So
Understood.
then the developers can't, parallelly work on multiple features. They need to work on it and then verify it and then release it. So one
Understood.
particular feature will go live and then comes to the next one. But that is something a
Understood.
challenge for the company, because company doesn't want to actually rely on only one
Mhm.
experiment or a product they want to build. They want to
Mhm.
actually keep experimenting, right? They want to different features to be implemented in the application, right? So in that case, you need a person who is having a separate role of verifying things, testing it, and developers can keep working on the different projects.
Understood. Understood. I got an idea the way you explained the QA engineer, that what exactly they do. I got an idea that they are the people who, someone who tests the thing, software tester.
Right.
Would request you again if you just give one liner about every profession so that I can get a clarity that what is the job role of IT project manager, what is the job, a brief idea, so that we'll get an idea that acha ye hota kya hai.
Right. All right. I mean, obviously, I'll try to go with the cycle. So once the business decides, so what is business?
Mm-hmm.
Business in this case could be, let's say, a CEO or
Mm-hmm.
CTO. They decide, okay, these are the things which we want to build. They
Mm-hmm.
communicate it to the
Mm-hmm.
leadership team. And who are the leadership teams? Leadership teams are the managers, product managers. Then now their responsibility is to actually start thinking on
Mm-hmm.
that idea which was, or the requirement that was actually told them, okay, we want something out of this product. Now the product managers need to decide what are the things which and get those results or the outcomes which the business needs. So that's where the IT product managers or project managers come into picture. And then obviously, in terms of the project manager, obviously there are some of the responsibilities distributed in terms of project manager. They need to also come up with the entire timeline. Okay, when we'll be deploying it, when we'll be testing it, we'll be making it live. So all those, the whole planning needs to be done. So from the initial
Mm-hmm.
discussion or the requirement phase, you need to actually take it to the execution phase and then make it live. So that whole journey needs to be managed by the project managers.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Then comes, the developers. There are, two segments in the developer case. One will be the front end developers, other will be the back end developer. Then comes the, in Indian front end itself, there are two other segments. One is web developer, then another one is app developers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
back end needs to develop the, logic which you can't see, which you
Mm-hmm.
just feel that, okay, everything is working on the website, but that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So there are logics which are running behind, which
Mm-hmm.
you can't see. You can only see the front end of the website, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
you might think that, okay, this is the only thing that is working, but at the background there are a lot of things going on. So that's where backend comes into picture. Make it actually work. Then comes the front end. You can say front end, who will be actually responsible for, building the UI, making it available to the end users. So and then similarly in the front end, it's more of web and app. So that's more of a same kind of responsibility. App developers work on the mobile applications, which is like Android, iOS, or maybe Windows phones. I mean, obviously, these days Windows phone are not there, but I mean, still some of the phones are there, right? And then comes the, the QA engineer. So what is a QA engineer? So QA engineer is something who actually verifies, who actually, I mean, this is more of a phase, right, which I just explained. So once the
Mm-hmm.
development is done, QA engineer needs to verify.
Mm-hmm.
QA engineer needs to come up with the, test cases. They need to try to verify things, whatever was the requirement, whether it is actually working or not. Then comes the QA analyst or scientist, right?
Understood.
What do these people do? These people actually, try to get the data from, whatever development we did, experiments we did, and then try to, analyze that. Try to get the learnings out of it. It is their responsibility to actually figure out the learning of that particular project or a product,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then based on that, it It will help the business take the
Mhm.
decision about what they need to do now about the product, whether they need to scrap it out or they need to implement some of the other things so that they can, create more revenue for the company. So that's where the analysts come into picture.
Understood. Understood.
Right.
Yep, yeah, we got a pretty much good clarity about it. Thank you so much, Navneet, for telling everything. Yes, it seems that all the professions are very much important, and I feel that if as an audience, I feel that I'm liking all the professions. So I mean, I don't want to lose any single of professions. So guys, as you can see, that every single profession is very much important. So what exactly we are doing as a coding invaders, that we offer all the most up to date knowledge. That is the course that we are discussing in this particular webinar and masterclass. The course which names with IT profession from scratch to employment. It covers all the professions: front end development, data analytics, data science, QA, back end development, mobile development, all the things. Now the question is, which one is right fit for me? Maybe I could be a good software tester. Maybe I could be a good mobile developer. Maybe I could be a perfect developer like Navneet, or maybe I could be a perfect project manager. How I'll be able to solve these particular things? We will be able to solve this particular thing because we have made the situations in such a way that you will be getting first 6 weeks to try all single profession, and your career consultant will rate you, figure out that which one is working for you, and you will also realize that yes, ये सही लग रहा है, ये होना चाहिए, this one is working for me and this is not working for me. So once you will realize by your end, you will get to understand, okay, now I have to invest my rest 8 months or 6 months or 7 months or 8 months into this particular profession which is suiting me. All right, that's the strategy we have used. Now let's come to the point. Now let's see how much we can make in a year wise, and let's see my particular figure that we have posted, 3 lakh, 7 lakh, 10 lakh in a year wise. Let's see what is the comment of Navneet, and how much we can make. Is it correct or not? Let's see that. So Navneet, just wanted to have a look. You can see the flow chart of that front end developers salaries we have distributed. Can you just comment on it that the middle front end is at least can make 7 LPA, and the starting 3 LPA, designer 3 LPA. So what is the starting salary of a front end developer's career? Can you please tell us?
Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to see this entire salary ranges or the growth which you have shown. I would agree slightly a bit on the horizontal growth part, because as I mentioned, I mean, if you're in your comfort zone and you don't want to work hard and try to learn on the things
Mm-hmm.
that will be applicable, your growth will look like this. That I agree on.
Acha.
But still, there are factors which I would say, in terms of the exponential growth, or the way you have mentioned as a vertical growth, that is something which is slightly a bit lesser as compared to the current market standards. And as you have mentioned, the salary of a CTO as
Mm-hmm.
30 lakhs. So that's more of the person who might be in the range of middle front end developer can earn that much amount of money. And
Okay.
forget about CTO. CTO is like he can earn more than crores.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I mean, in terms of the senior front end engineer or mid level front end engineer, people
Mm-hmm.
can get the salary range of 20 to 30 lakhs in that range. And that depends entirely on your knowledge and projects and the hard work which you are doing and putting in. But if you are not ready to put in that amount of hard work, then your growth will look like this. But if you are ready to work hard, then
Mm-hmm.
then the correct word or the correct definition of the salary range of a vertical growth will not look
Mm-hmm.
like this. You can start with the team lead salary in the mid-level
Which
front
is
end
20
engineer.
lakh. Like people are starting. Okay. So one question, just wanted to understand that, I know that I've read, we have written 3 LPA or something. So you said that for the one who is like in the comfort zone, not upskilling themselves, they will be looking like this. But somewhere, like, I feel that even nowadays people are getting more than this. So um, nowadays, how much interns are making? Can you just tell us, who are not even a full-time employee? Nowadays, how much interns are making in an annual income in a lakh? Can you give us any figure?
Right. So you have, I think, switched to the different slide. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
people
Yep.
will not be able to get it. Yeah. Now
Yep.
coming back to this slide. So yeah, I was trying to find out the number or the figure, but yeah, I don't see that number over here. But yeah, in terms of the interns these days, right? I mean, people who join, with the basic startup companies, they somewhere around on 30 to 35,000 per month. But if they start with a good company, 30 to 35,000 somewhere will be around 4 lakhs, somewhere around that range. And
Mhm.
then if let's say the person is a bit more, getting into a better companies,
Mhm.
they are ready to pay more than 50,000, 60,000, which will be somewhere around mid-level front-end engineer salary, which you have mentioned.
Mhm.
And also, I mean, people are getting 1 lakh salary as an intern
Wow.
in few of the companies. So it totally depends on you. I mean, this is something you need to decide, and the amount of hard work which you put in into it, you will definitely be able to get among the figures that I told.
As I know that I always follow you on LinkedIn, as I see that you share a lot of things, your achievement. So 5 years back, if you can just tell us that how much you were making as an intern 5 years back.
All right. It was somewhere around mid-level front-end engineer salary, which you have mentioned. Somewhere around
Oh
that. I
my
mean,
god! So I mean, like as an
bit
intern, where
less.
he has not even completed and he's making this much. So our slides are quite very low, guys. It's a worst case situation. You can easily make more than 10, 20 lakhs if you will try to upskill yourself. And for the more best inspiration, keep following Navneet. I have pasted the link of LinkedIn link of Navneet in the chat section. And same goes for the QA engineer. Can you just tell us that the I have written the worst case situation? It can be more than that. We can start from 9 LP. Is it correct?
Right. So, I mean, the QA engineer salary, which you have mentioned, which is like somewhere around 5 to 5.5 lakhs, which is something I can say, I mean, they can get started with their career in that particular package. That is
Very
bare
rare
minimum.
case.
Yeah,
Rare case,
that's
right?
bare minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you, again, same thing applies in this as well. I mean, if you are able to put some extra efforts, you
Hmm.
can, get it to the range of salary somewhere around 7 to 8 lakhs, or
Wow.
maybe that is something beginning salary I'm talking about in any of the companies.
And as far as I know, Navneet, that in QA engineer job role, only two, three tools are maximum use, right? Only two, three tools, not all, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that is obviously there. I mean, there are multiple other tools as well. But in terms of getting into, the manual testing stuff like that, you don't need any tool. You just need to have a
Mm,
basic idea. What do a manual tester do? They need to, know that, okay, these are the things which we need to verify, and then you verify manually everything. So you just need to
understood.
use mobile app. You need to test and match it with the, requirement, and that's it. So for that, you'll be getting good amount of money.
Wow. Wow. That's nice. Got it. So, Navneet, since you are just telling every profession is very nice, we also accept this fact. Now, the biggest questions comes in the audience mind and my mind is how did you choose or how did we choose the right professions? I'm like, this is the biggest question because all the professions are nice and which one is best for me, I don't know. So, how we should choose it? What would you say?
All right. So there are multiple, things applied on it. One is what I did personally was I tried to explore few of those. I was clear in my mind that I want to be in that particular, segment, but I was still trying to figure out whether I can be a mobile developer or a full stack developer or a front end developer or a back end developer, right? So I was, that is the reason I became full stack now. Because I
Okay.
explored multiple things, and in that exploring part, I actually learned a lot of things. And then I decided, okay,
Okay.
okay, now I am a full stack developer. I can do backend, I can do front end, I can do mobile. So it's like complete, tech stack is now under my belt, so I can work on these things. But
Okay.
in general, I mean, you need to explore. You need to explore and then come up with the things. I mean, for example,
So you are saying that we have to try it out, everything that you did in your college time.
right. That's pretty much common in everything. I mean, so if you want, if you let's say feel that you have a leadership quality, you can go into the management side. And if
Mm-hmm.
you feel that okay, I have the ideas, I can think of ideas, then you can go into the product side, product managers. And then if you feel that okay, I am a foot front end developer, I can think of the creative designs. You can be a
Mm-hmm.
designer, you can be a front end developer. And then similarly comes the back end side. If you are good at problem solving, if you are good at knowledge, I mean, implementing anything in terms of the problem statements given to you, if you are able to implement it in a programming sense, then you
Mm-hmm.
can be a backend developer as well. So it's like pretty much
Understood.
you just need to understand your capabilities and then decide, okay, now I want to explore these things which I feel that okay, I might be a good fit for it. And then you can come up with okay, after exploring, coming back to the same stage and deciding and looking at it and then trying to observe, okay, this is something I can be best at it. And then if you feel that you can be best at it, then go for it.
Wow. So I can clearly, I would just wanted to add one point that what markets wants and what your heart wants and what exactly skills you have. If this three combination will work, things will be perfect, and you will
Right.
start nailing as the Navneet is doing in his life. But still, somewhere like we feel that we need mentorship or guidance because we are not that good at. Not everybody has Navneet, that good background or good ideology or good mindset that how to choose it, how to practice it, or maybe environment. Everybody needs some mindset, and that was the biggest problem we are solving here in a coding invaders. What exactly we are doing? I'm again repeating, guys. You're liking all the professions. I'm sure majority of them was be thinking to become like an Avneet. Some people wanted to become a data analyst, data scientist, lot. But somewhere we are also confused that which profession is right fit for me, which one I should target. Like sometimes people feel that okay, I choose this profession, maybe I lose some best profession. It's better what we have done in this particular courses, which names with IT profession from scratch to employment. In this case, in this particular course, we will help you because the course tenure is whole 9.5 months, but in the first 6 weeks you will try all the six profession, and your career consultant will give you a review where you are good at. And let's suppose you are good at front end developer, you will do the front end developer course for the next 8 months. If you're good at data, you will do the data. At least you will be getting a clarity that yes, this profession is working for me because I have tried five others. This is not good for me. So that is the best satisfying thing that you'll ever get in your life, and that's the biggest problem that we are solving in coding invaders alone in the Asia. All right, moving ahead. So Navneet, I can see that you're also, as I can see that you are like the kind of a pro person. You have all of qualities like creativity, everything. I can see that you are handling a big team size in your corporate as well. So just wanted to know that what exactly the quality you have, and then we'll understand from an audience, and then we will decide their career. So what sort of a basic qualities you have that is helping you to grow personally, like.
Okay. All right. One is leadership, I would say. People, uh, I mean, obviously, first of all, you need to feel what kind of qualities you come up with. And
Mhm,
then obviously, you need to also verify it from other people's. I mean, not just by asking, but
mhm,
just by observing how do these people see you, right? So one is
mhm,
leadership, I would say,
mhm,
that people, have been talking about me. And apart from that, I am a, quick learner. And by quick learner, I mean that if you give me a new technology, I can get started with it, right? In
understood.
terms of the software development, and specifically, that is something there. But leadership is something in general. And then about communication, right? The way you communicate to the people,
Mhm,
whether it is a good feedback or a bad feedback, it will help them to grow. So that is something, communication comes into picture. And then
mhm,
apart from that, in terms of having good bonding with VP teammates and good bonding with your friends, so that is something. It's not just by you are putting an effort to be a good friend or a good colleague with anyone else, but it's more of in general. By
mhm,
default, it will come from your nature itself. So just have a good bond, and that good
mhm,
bond will help you in long run. So
understood.
that is something I think is important. And apart from that, as I mentioned earlier, hardworking, you know, learning new things and
Mhm,
always ready to explore is
mhm,
something I personally feel I have those qualities. That's the reason I'm able to survive. So,
mhm,
yeah, if you're given with any problem statement, you should be always ready to fight with it. So, if you're given
mhm,
with a problem in life, you should be ready to fight with it. If you're given a problem in your career, then you need to still ready to fight with it, right? So that's something
understood.
that's in one word you can say that you should be a fighter. That is something very important in life.
Wow, that's so inspiring. Got my goosebumps. All right. So we got so many qualities that what Navneet has and how exactly he is nailing the industry. Now let's understand what qualities you guys have. You can just comment down. Pradeep is saying that he's a good learner. Sangeeta is saying he's a hard worker. Perfect. Anybody, if you can tell us your like who is creative, like who is very good at creativity and everything. We will understand this. We'll give. I have prepared a slide where I'll give you an idea that where you might be good at. You'll be able to understand, and then we will jump to the Q&A session, the most perfect and the most awaiting session where everybody wants to interact with the guest or speaker. So you'll get a chance. Meanwhile, Navneet, you can have a glass of water. I'll just interact with an audience to tell them that what exactly the best profession suits you. So,
Right.
guys, I can see I'll just move to the next slide, and I can just show you guys that that if you're a creative person, if you're good at communication, if you're having that growth mindset, if you're a teamwork person, or if you're having a problem solving ability, right? So if these things comes in, then you will be the best person to get into the front end or a back end, because front end back end is some sort of similar. All right. And if you come to the empathy, problem solving, attention in details, and communication, then QA, the software testing, is best. And if you are good at research and attention to details and communications, problem solving, like the research, analyzing the stuffs, is more sort of the profession that suits is data analytics. If you are a person who is having an empathy to understand the customer values, then mobile development. And if you're having a leadership quality, communication, problem solving, conflict management, decision making, relationship building, adaptability, and time management, then project management is best. So, guys, you can just comment down which profession you think, looking at your quality, is best, so that I can see in the chat section that how many people have understood that, acha, this is the quality I have. I think that this is. We can just do a roughly guess. We'll get an idea. So, what sort of quality you have, you can just comment down your profession. Will get an idea that which profession is exactly you feel that is perfect for you, looking at the qualities that you have. So Yusuf is saying is good at project management. Nikhil is saying I'm good at data analytics, data science. I wish you the best. And waiting for more comments. Akshay Gaikwad, front end. Arun, project management. Aman Bashya is as a project management software developer. Project so is like everybody feels that they have a leadership quality. That's nice. Perfect. Perfect. That's nice. Okay, guys. I got an idea. Thank you guys for interacting with me. Now let's have this Q&A session. But before we start the Q&A session, I want to remind you once again that we are still into the contest, and I'm going to start this Q&A session. I'm going to pick up all the questions that you have posted, and I'll be asking question to the Navneet, the most serious, the toughest, everything, the dumbest, and everything. We will be getting all the things cleared with directly with Navneet rather than asking with any other Sharma uncle. So it's fine. So the link is into the chat section. You can just go and register yourself, because if after Q&A, I'm going to announce the winner who will be winning this premium course, which promises guaranteed job policy with an agreement for free. So you're gonna be the winner. So there's a link in the chat section. Go and register, and then we will just start this particular Q&A session. Meanwhile, I'm just scrolling to the best question, and the guys, you can just go to the link, register, and I'll just start the Q&A in within a 10 seconds. All right. So I've got a multiple, like more than 100 questions, Navneet. So I'll take the best one out of for you, and so that we can deal with the major audience. So we are starting this Q&A session, guys. I hope you have already participated in the contest. So we are starting the Q&A without wasting any time. So what we got one question from Athira, that after 7 years of graduation, is it possible to start our IT career as a fresher? Is it possible, Navneet?
So yeah, I mean, in terms of answering that question, yeah, I mean, in terms of getting started with the career, yes, it is possible. The only thing that you need to just take care of is that your skill set needs to match with the requirement and up to the mark, and in terms of the market as well. And the second thing is you need to actually have good projects. So good projects actually show that you have actually used those skill sets and you have actually worked and implemented and created something out of it. It's not just you learned theoretical concepts, you also implemented it. You also learned about it, and then you created some result out of it. So this is something which we need to take care before actually applying into any job. And that is something anyone will see into your resume.
Understood. So adding some more clarification also to Navneet's answer. Correct me if I'm wrong, Navneet.
Yeah.
Just like you said that we need to learn the perfect skill set and best set of project we should have. So it means that it doesn't. It means that it is not compulsory to have some experience. I can do my homework. I can do some project from different platforms or any
Right.
exclusive platforms. I can add in my CV and I can justify, because if I will go to the interview, they will be asking me 7 years gap here. Then how you will justify? I will be justifying with my skill set, what I have learned and what sort of project, and that's how I will start my IT career. Is it correct?
Correct.
All right, perfect. And another question: even after a gap of 4 years as a non-IT graduate, is it possible to start off with the package around 4 to 5 LPA?
Easily. You can. That's not a big deal. I mean,
That
I already talked about the gap part, so I will not repeat the same thing. But it's just that.
I feel that he's even thinking less.
Exactly. So you can get started. I mean, it's like just you said that you have 4 years of gap. I mean, because of XYZ reasons, no one really cares about those much. But it is just that your skill sets need to be up to date. That's it. And if you are up to date and you have worked on the projects as I mentioned, then
Mhm.
you can just get started with your career again, and then maybe you can get a proper hike and maybe a package uh, above 4.5, which you just mentioned. I think so.
Understood. Thank you so much, Navneet. Um, there's one more question. Like, okay, can a biological science, okay, can a bio student, okay,
Mhm.
with a medical background join this IT sector from Monal Adabar?
Okay. See, if you are into planning into getting into engineering side, which is more of, let's say, coming trying to refine more the development side, it will be a tough job for you to get into the development, but it's not like impossible to do it. It is just that you need to come up with again the basic things. What do
Mm-hmm.
you need to be a developer? You need mathematics,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's not just that mathematics will, like, you need to know that 12th 11th 12th mathematics with calculus and integration and everything, not like that, but just basic mathematics calculations, trying to come up with different logics. So
Mm-hmm.
because programming is all about logical thinking, and if
Mm-hmm.
you have those logical thinking, and if you are a good at aptitude side, then you
Mm-hmm.
can easily get started with development side. Apart from that, you also have multiple other options. You can still get into those domains. It's not specifically like you need to be a developer. You can
Mm-hmm.
have QA role. You can get into that. You still have the management role. You
Mm-hmm.
still have product roles. So you can still get into those roles without learning any programming. So that's still fine. So that's not something which you need to worry much about, but it is just that you need to have clarity about
Mm-hmm.
which segment or which domain you want to get into it. And then once you decide, you just need to work hard for it. That's it.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much, Navneet. There's one more question I want to ask you, Navneet, from Saurav Patel. He's saying that he have seen a lot of jobs on LinkedIn that they're asking MCA, BTech, and everything. I am from a non-IT background. How can I apply in big companies? So, can you firstly just clarify that is it mandatory to have a technical background? I mean, and can I dream of man companies like Google or something?
Okay. So theoretically, it will be difficult to get into those because, as you mentioned, I mean, as you already mentioned, that whenever you go into job postings or listing, you see that there is, the requirement, basic requirement of BCA, MCA, or something like that, right? BTech. But it's not impossible to do it. You can get started with your career into other companies, and then it is more of you just need to find a good referral, and once you get the referral, you can still prioritize your resume on top of other, because that listing, in terms of the listing, the reason why they put it into it, because they feel that they want some filtered applicants over there. Okay,
Okay.
it's not mandatory that you need to have a
Mm,
background, I mean,
mm,
the IT background or a degree like that. But yes, in order to skip that the posting part, job posting or job listing part, you need to
mm,
come through other routes. So yeah, there are options. You just need to
mm.
explore that, and that's it. I mean, still
So,
possible to.
just one question out of curiosity, like you are at that level, Navneet, where you yourself hire some people for your team. So, what basically you look for? Do you look for a specific sort of a degree, or do you mainly focus about the project and the skill set of a candidate?
I have been insisting on the project and skill sets since the beginning in the webinar. So that's the primary thing that I look into. And yes, in terms of the degree, we don't look into degrees. We only look into the skill sets.
I mean,
So
the degree is just a qualification of an interview eligibility.
exactly.
The
So
graduation
HR,
must be there, and what sort of graduation you have done, you really don't care. You just think because at this level you have a task, Navneet, right? And you
exactly,
think that he will be able to do this task or not. So you are more concerned about skills or not, right?
exactly,
So it's
exactly.
very simple,
That's
guys. Like, even
straightforward.
Navneet, everybody who is like at the good position, like Navneet, everybody is in the focusing to save time. So they will just see only to the point thing. If you have this thing, they will come. So if you don't have these things, learn these things from other platforms. Even you can do it from coding invaders. All right.
Right.
I am a mechanical engineering graduate having experience in oil and gas for 12 years, presently in sales insurance. So I wish for a new field in IT. Can he do it, Navneet?
Yeah, again, I think as you described, he might be good fit into the management side, maybe the product manager, the project manager. But in that also, you need to have understanding about the technical side, because that's where you start thinking towards implementing it, whether it is possible to implement or not. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, you need to still have some idea about things. But yeah, I think the person can get into the IT industry, but that's only just need to focus on exploring and figuring out the right fit for him.
All right. Another important question, this last but not least.
Yes.
The question is like, I'm 7 years experienced. Is it possible to switch with a salary hike? I mean, like, the people want that my experience should be considered for salary hike and switch also. So, what do you want to comment on this?
No, I think that is something not really possible. I mean, if you are into a non-IT background,
Mm,
how is it relevant to me? How is your experience relevant to me as a company or as a person who is interviewing you, right? So
mm,
just very basic thing which we need to understand over here.
mm,
If you have a relevant experience, that will help me. I can count on you that okay, you have already an experience. So if I give you a task, I don't need to micromanage everything with you. I just need to be, free with it. Okay, that I have given you a task, you just go and implement it, come back with the implemented code. So that is something, I look, right? That will help me as a company, right? But if you don't have relevant experience, how is it helpful for me? This is just a basic thing which we just need to understand. So you will not be
exactly.
considered as an experienced person in that domain. You will still be considered as an experienced person in general in your life, but not
Mm,
in the specific domain. So in that case, you will just be a fresher in
all
terms
right.
of where you are learning, you are exploring with your, maybe the people who are having, who are, let's say, in terms of the age, they are still younger than you, but you still, they will be at a senior position, they'll be helping out you out in terms of learning. So it is just that you need to learn and grow
Mm.
at that level. That's it.
So, like, there's no relevance of the past experience, but
Mhm.
yes, on the basis of my present skill set, if I will learn my the skill set in a perfect way, so with my capabilities, I can crack the biggest package also, right?
Right, right.
But saying that I'll be getting hike on the previous background, which is not relevant, is not making sense at all, right?
No, no, no.
Understood. And the last question I wanted to ask you: what are the career opportunities in abroad when we learn this skill set?
Okay. So abroad is something, there comes a lot of several challenges as well. These days, companies after COVID companies have been, hiring remotely. And so that is something that actually increases the opportunities. But
Mhm.
if you are thinking that you need to go into abroad, so every country has their own things. I mean, so the most difficult part is US, but you can
Mm,
still crack European countries. These days, I think Germany has, started offering temporary visa for the people who can just relocate to Germany and then start searching the job. So they're still okay with people coming to Germany and then exploring for that job. So they are still providing the visa to those people. So if you're looking for getting the job into Germany, you can go because they have the easy process now. and they also have the option of getting a temporary visa as in more of a visa specifically allotted to the people who are just looking for jobs, so they can go over there, have their visa, and then start searching for the job and then get started with their job. Because right now there is the need for the man force, right?
Mm,
So that is something people are required. The people are looking for employees now. So in
understood.
Germany, but in US it is very difficult to get into jobs. There are multiple ways you can go. One is maybe you can do masters over there, and then get it. You have 1 year or 2 years of option over there where you can actually learn and
Mhm.
then start applying to jobs. So once you get into a job, your company will help you to get the visa
Mm,
extended. But apart from that, other option is if you are into jobs directly, you don't want to study, so
mm,
then you need to work in a company which is
mm,
having an option in who or maybe has an office in US, and
mm.
you need to at least work for a year or two in India and then go into US. So from the same
Understood.
company's transport. So that's another option which you can explore in terms of getting the job in abroad.
Understood. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much, Navneet, for giving us a so legit answer and genuine answer. We
Right.
really liked it, and I know that you're running out of your time, but still, thank you for being with us. Still, we have a lot of questions I can see, but yes, guys, if you want to interact more, I am attaching the link of LinkedIn link of Navneet. You can directly DM him, flood him with the DM. Whenever he will be available, he will be definitely replying you. You can get inspired with the journey that he has and the daily things that he posts on LinkedIn. So you can stay in touch with LinkedIn as well, and with Navneet on LinkedIn, and you can stay in touch with me as well on LinkedIn if you have any questions. The questions which are left, I'll be answering all of them since Navneet is running out of time. So we have to say a thanks to Navneet, and so that we can see him back again in the next webinar. But yes, so we'll be tackling the other questions. But as of now, thank you so much, Navneet, for joining over here. If anything, last thing you want to say to the fellow lovely audience who liked your answers, if you want to say anything, you can say that.
Yeah, thanks, Amir, and obviously thanks for having me here in terms of interacting with the people. I love interacting with people, and yeah, in terms of saying the last thing. I mean, I have also was going through the questions. I mean, people have a lot of different type of questions. So
Mhm,
the only one thing that I would like to focus over here before I
mhm,
leave is
mhm,
that you just need to trust your abilities. And if you're not having the right set of abilities, then you need to work for it. And if you are a hard worker, and if you're ready to learn, you
mhm,
can crack anything. I mean, it is just like open field for you. You just need to explore. So it's like I always tell my friends who are into non-IT, I always tell them, please try to explore it. And once you explore, you'll see the enormous amount of options and the career opportunities which are there in the market. So always, I would wish all the best to you guys in terms of figuring out the right set of the option which suits you the best, and
mhm.
hope to see you all grow in your career. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Navneet. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Ahmed. Bye.
So, guys, we had a great session with Navneet. We enjoyed and moving ahead, but still, I want to tell you guys, like, I have not ignored all the questions. Still, I will be answering all the questions. But thank you guys for being so patient and understanding. But let me remind you again. Now it's time to tell you about the winner, and I'll be sharing you a few pointers, few things before we announce the winner. But I'm going to tell you that the link is still into the chat section. Go drop your details since you have watched till the end, so you deserve to win the premium course for free. It is just a matter of 10 minutes now. Stay with me. I'll be telling few more things, answering few more questions, and then we'll jump to the winning part. And we will be like, I like, it will be very happy that, very good that you're just sitting and watching and understanding, and you will be the winner. So that is so nice. So moving ahead, guys, if you haven't registered, go register, and I'll just cover up the few pointers because I can see a lot of still questions are there in your mind. So, what is the biggest thing which I have observed in my entire journey? What generally people think that how to move into IT? Because every question that people were asking, that I have 7 year experience, I have this much of year experience, I have this. How can I do it? That was the major thing. Everybody was asking, is it possible? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. I'll tell you all the things. What exactly you must be feeling? Because I have already transformed more than 200 people's career. So what I have observed, I'll tell you. Generally, people are like working so good in their industries, and and they are satisfied with certain things, and they don't want to change. That it's like they are totally into the comfort zone, and They don't want to risk or anything, but they have a passion to earn more. So generally people are like afraid of making a choices. So you have to take that up, thing. And how to make it safer, that's what we are doing. So it's not like, you're working into a sales. If you're working into the banking or something else, it's not like all of a sudden you have to just go and start giving into the IT things. And no, that's not how it works. It's very obvious. Don't leave any job wherever you are in. Keep doing your job. Figure out 1 to 2 hours every single day. Start upskilling yourself. No need to tell anybody that what you are doing, right? Whatever the job you are doing, we're getting a time at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Okay, go and figure out 1 2 hours of time. Start learning. Just only give 1.5 hours, 2 hours daily, and learn all the tools. It is exactly very possible. And then, while doing your job, start giving interviews. Whenever you get a high paying opportunity, then switch it. Nobody is asking that, okay, right now, just leave it and go. It is risky if you will do that way. But to make it a safer way, be very strategic. See, at the end of the day, everybody scroll Instagram for 2.5 hours on every day. This is if I'll talk about. We can give 1.5 hours for upskilling ourselves to better our life, because everybody is dreaming of high paying job, but nobody's taking action. For that, you have to do in that way. It's just a matter of 1 or 2 hours on a daily basis. Trust me, guys, it is possible. I have seen people who are like literally nothing are actually making a lot of money. And if you're the person who is thinking that I will be failing, no, everybody thinks that way, but still, if you trust your own self and if you're dedicating the time perfectly, you will be able to do it. There's risk of failing in everywhere. It's not like nothing is safer. Even now in a government job, people are very scared. And if you feel that you have missed an opportunity, no, guys, no, my brother and sisters, you haven't missed any of the opportunity. We are at the right time. This is the peak time where the opportunities are like anything, like so many opportunities are coming. So you have to just upskill yourself within a month and then get into these things. Trust me, guys, mass hiring is going on. The one who is little putting efforts are getting more than 10 lakh, 20 lakh. Trust me, I'm not kidding, guys. You can check the LinkedIn of every single person. It is the slides that I prepared, which Navneet was reading, if you guys remember. He was smiling at the salary which I have written. He was saying that he was making more than this, and this was the one I written and the worst case scenario, and this won't happens to you. Even the average guy, below average guy, is starting with 7 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh by just upskilling themselves in 6 months. So that's the real agenda I'm just trying to convey you guys. It is nothing like risky or something. Risk is everywhere. Even the flight that you take to move from your office to come to the hometown, that is also like, a risk, but still we do it, right, guys? So that's the major thing. So what do we offer instead? So the best part is, I feel that I know that everybody is smart and mature enough to take decision, but still the people, the expert who are already into this industries will be the right person to help you out. So what exactly we have done is we have added career guidance before mastering any profession. So it is very much important to understand which profession works for me in more justified way. Nobody will just come you and tell you that data analyst is best or mobile development is best for you. We will be going with a very practical approach. You will be trying all the profession in the first 6 week, and then with the legit performance of yours and contribution of yours, you will be able to see the results and you will feel that yes, this is working for me. And that's how you will make a hell lot of money. You cannot just copy your friend's profession and you can make it. First thing is important to understand what is the high paying fields and which high paying fields is best for me, and then put an efforts. It will save your hard earned money as well as the most expensive thing, which is time as well. All right. So if you are the person who is thinking how to get into the high paying professions but don't know, I'll give you into three simple steps that Coding Invaders is doing. So what exactly we have done is we have made 9.5 months of the whole course, right? The tenure is 9.5 months. The first 6 week, what we will do, you will be trying all the six most IT profession in the first 6 week, which means every week, different profession you will be trying. So you will be practicing that, and on while practicing every profession, some of the profession you will like it, some of them you won't like it, right? And once you will complete this 6 week, then on the basis of what you like and what you dislike, there will be career as consultant will be there with you. He will be analyzing your activities, performance, and everything. and he will be also giving you suggestions. And that career thing, consultation is a one on one. He will be trying to understand कि अच्छा ये problem है ऐसा ऐसा आपने perform किया, this is what you did, this is what you not did. On that basis, you guys will mutually understand, yes, this profession is working for me. Let's suppose full stack is working for me, I liked it. So now you have the confidence that yes, this profession is best for me, now I can continue this. What is happening in India is people are just listening and going to the course, but they don't know that this is the right profession or not. So the best thing we have done by figuring out few weeks is that firstly we will do career counseling. We will practice all. It's not like just we are just verbally saying. You will be yourself practicing all six profession, and once you will be practicing all, your heart will say directly that okay, this one I liked it, this one I didn't like it. Okay, I guess this is easy, or I guess this is doable for me, and pursue that course for the next 8 months. And for sure, in Coding Invaders, we are providing a job guarantee agreement, which is written. So if you'll not get placed, you'll get 100% refund. So you'll get a dream job as well, because we have more than 300 hiring partners. So what I'm trying to say is that we are the most India's safest platform. We have made the program in such a way where your every single time is very much important, money is very much important, and we have strategized in such a way where you will feel yourself that yes, I mean, this is something which I think it is logical. I find it nice that yes, I'm trying everything, I am getting consultation, now I think this one can help. So that's the thing. So what, again I'm saying, so choose an IT profession. We know that what is best for you, and how you will get it, you will practicing all, and then we will be understanding where you are good at and what is the demand of the market, and that's how you will start making the money, right? So you will be choosing the IT professions, and how exactly you're going to do it? You will be going with the live sessions. You will be trying all the six most in demand professions in the first 6 weeks, and then you will be having a personality and assessment test, and then we will get to understand which works well for you. You'll get the feedbacks and everything. With these particular things and assessments, then you will be moving forward. So we are putting more efforts in understanding what is most in demand in the market, what suits best for you, and where you how you can make more money. We have put a hell lot of efforts in that, because the first step is the biggest and the most important step, and that's why we have worked on it. Once we figured out which one is best for us, that we will help you. You don't need to worry about. Then your life is sorted. And once you have figured out, master that profession confidently because you love that. And that's how you will be getting hired into a high paying IT professions. Because trust me, the demand is so much that India is facing a lack of skilled people. लोग कम पढ़ रहे हैं, काम इतना है. What I'm trying to say, that is the most important thing, guys. You have to understand, right, guys? So that's how the whole things work, how we will help you to reach your goal. So all the programs, the tools and skills are specifically made for job ready things. We have worked into all those things which is only required to get you job ready. We have only focused on those things which will make you job ready. Understood? And the study format is totally for a working professional, and 80% will be a whole practical thing. It's not something which is theoretical like we do in graduation. Everything is practical. So whatever you are learning, you are practicing it. That's why you will perform well into the interviews. It will not sound like that's something you have just studied and coming up. Your answer will be so practical that people will be hiring you for sure. And the best part is, since you are from a non-IT background people, so you need a one-on-one mentorship. One-on-one mentorship is why it is required, so that there's no hesitation. If there's no hesitation, then we will be able to tackle every single problem. That's what we are doing. All right. So if I'll talk about tools, we are covering all the tools which is required: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, all the things which is at least required to get into this IT profession. And as you can see, the candidates are enjoying. I have just added the slides for your better understanding. The reason why we are providing the guaranteed placement, because we have 300 plus hiring partners, and we have a good networks, and we have a huge opportunities and vacancies. So if we are grilling ourselves so badly, we will be for sure getting it. So it's not like just getting an agreement and it's done. No, you have to put your efforts from your side as well. That's very much important. All right. So you can get your CV optimized in such a way so that you will be getting a maximum calls, you will be getting a maximum project, so that it justifies that either if you have a gap, either if you are challenging experience, you will be able to do it. There will be multiple mock calls as well. Mock calls means नकली calls होंगे आपके, बहुत सारी practices होंगी. Mock calls will help you to perform very well in front of interviewer, and they can see that confidence in your, you know, the way you talk, the way you behave. So they will be able to understand that this guy can do it. And there is like more than 300 plus job application that we apply, and any, like, if I will apply 300 application for you, in the worst case scenario you can at least crack one. So of course it's not a big challenge, guys. It's just that you need to take action. All right. So if I'll talk about, if I'll just give an example, you can see if this guy was, let's give you a story of this guy. This guy was confused. He just wanted to get into IT, but he don't know किस में जाऊं, which profession I need to choose. He just went to the, this particular course of coding invaders. In the first 6 weeks, he tried all the course. He tried all the professions. And then with the career guidance, he got an idea that this profession is working for me. Then he continued that profession for 8 months. He passed the exam and he got a dream job. It's very simple. So we are putting an efforts to understanding where you are good at, and then we are moving ahead with the proper course which you love, and that's why you will get a guaranteed job. That is very much important. So it's very simple. Even I've written that the starting salary is 5 to 7 lakh, but trust me, it is more than 10 or 15 lakhs, which Navneet has said to you itself. All right. And the maximum, there's no limit, which Navneet have told in the smile. So guys, I know that you guys are waiting for it for so long, but still, I just wanted to remind you guys, we are still into this, particular contest where we are giving this, the course, this premium course, which promises the guaranteed job, which is, we are going to just start this sooner, this batch, the guaranteed batch. So you can win this course for free. So in just few minutes, I'm going to tell you. So meanwhile, if you haven't registered, if you have heard till the end, guys, I would request you all. So there's a link into the chat section. Go register. Give me a thumbs up in the chat section that yes, you are ready to see the winner. I will just share my screen, show you my Excel sheet, and then I'll choose the random winner in front of you. Just give me a thumbs up, guys. If you haven't registered, go and register, because I value your time. You have waited till the end. So why to just, miss this opportunity? You could be the one to win it, right? And if something I'm getting it for free, it's not bad, right? So the link is in the chat section, guys. I'll just wait for a few minutes. So I can see a lot of thumbs up. I will just say that I'll just see that how many people have joined in, participated into the contest. I can easily see 150 people have already participated. I'll just wait for more because I can see the numbers is increasing. So guys, if any questions you want to ask me personally, you can ask me. Meanwhile, I'll answer all the questions, because I'll just wait for 1 minute or max to max 1 minute or 2 minutes, guys. I won't waste your time. I'll just announce the winner right away, right? But if somebody is asking me that what unique will be getting, so of course, like, in this particular contest, you will be getting, anyone will be winning it for free, but for others, there will be a special offer, right? And that special offer is something like, you will be getting an access discount. We are providing in this Diwali sessions, we are providing 45,000 rupees of discount in this particular course. If suppose you didn't win, but still you have this opportunity, you can tell the people that you have attended the webinar, and they can verify your email address, and you will get this opportunity to be into the job guarantee batch. All right. So yes, I can see the numbers have already increased. So all the people who will not win, they will be getting a participation certificate, and they will be also getting the special offer. You can tell them you have attended the webinar. It will last only for a few, till 30th of October, this particular offer. So you can join the job guarantee batch. And to all the people ki course ki kya price hai, kaisa hai, so it's better ki first of all go and have a counseling call with the people. Get a counseling call from the team, okay, and understand everything and then decide, okay? Because I know that you have already understood over here, but still talk with them and then understand everything, and then you can ask the pricings and everything, and then you can tell them that I am from a webinar. They will be giving you exclusive offers. And without wasting any time, let's move on to the winner contest result. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen, guys. I hope everybody have already registered. So I can see 148 people. So sharing my screen, guys. So as you can see that in my Excel sheet, people have registered and approx 148 people have registered. So let me lock this number. See guys, this is the website that I use to choose the random numbers. Okay, so there's total 148 people are there, and I have to choose one. All right, guys, and I'll just refresh once again. Maybe like some people at the end could have also registered, so I don't want to miss anybody. I get the 149. Every people will come at the end. That's why I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, guys, give me thumbs up. Should I announce the winner right now, or should I wait for a few more time? Or any of your friend is coming, guys? Just tell me in the chat section that that if you want to go ahead. So I'm going to announce the winner, guys. The number is not increasing now. All right. So let's start and let's see who is the winner. Number 85 is the winner. All right, let's see who is the winner. So I'll just open the sheet and I'll just check who is the winner. And the winner. I'm just shuffling intentionally because I know everybody is just scrolling to the screen and are trying to observe kaun hai. So I'm just saying. So Oliver, it's very complicated email ID. Oliver, if you are here, you are the winner of this particular premium course of coding invaders. So Oliver, if you can see me, and yes, Oliver, you are the winner of this particular premium course of coding invaders. If you can just see me, you can just comment down. So yeah, is the winner of this particular today contest, and he won this particular premium course in our job guarantee batch. All right. I'm really very happy for you. So you will be getting a call from the you'll be getting a call from the team, and you will be enroll into the batch. All right. And to all the people who haven't registered yet, who haven't won yet, okay, you are still into the offer. You can get a 45,000 rupees discount. You can just have a call from the sales team. The team will be calling you. The counselors will be calling you, giving you a calls. They will be helping you understand, and then you can avail this offer. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining here. The offer is till 30th of October. I hope you have enjoyed this particular webinar. If you are still having a lot of questions, you can text me on LinkedIn. My link is into the chat section. I will be helping you to with to coordinate with the counselors and help you out to get into the job guarantee batch. Thank you all for joining here, and have a good evening and happy Diwali once again. Have a nice day.